Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 113. It's a tier 10 Chinese heavy tank. It's got 2 marks on the barrel, and it's being driven by Bel Delphine Villaparino. And as you may know, he's a very good player and sent us this lovely replay in his, well, I think that's the Christmas celebration skin. Pretty sure it is. And, well, game started. So what can I tell you about the 113? Well, it's actually quite a decent tank. It's got good frontal armour. It's got a 122mm gun, 440 Alpha. And, well, it's actually an alternative to the Wizzy 111 Model 5A or the Wizzy 111 range altogether. And it's actually quite nippy, but it does have a very poor lower glacis. You can see it's quite a big one as well. That's one of its weak spots. So, he's into the centre, and he's got a target, Type 4. And he gets a pen straight away. He went for the weak spots, and he got it. Going again. And he gets it again! Just shows how lethal this thing is. You don't really want to be in an enemy vehicle, and yep. Type 4 is taking a pasting. That's 3 shots he suffered. 1,292 hit points, but the enemy Arty is paying attention. It looks like, yep, Scorpion G is too. And I don't know where that round went. Did it go through the roof? Oh my god, he got a snapshot there on the standard B up on the hill. I missed that. I was too busy looking for where the damage went in. But we know where the enemy Arty is, or at least one of them is in the southeast corner of the map. And he's been spotted again, so it's going to be a little while before Arty fires. There's only one Arty on the enemy team, so we only have to worry about that GW Tiger P. There he is. That's his signature. That was his call, but it's going to be at least another 30 seconds before we hear from him again. So in the meantime, we can do some damage. The only thing about the GW Tiger P is that he does have a very big caliber gun. If he's got the top gun, it's a 21cm. If he's got the stock one, ooh, and he got the rear of the IS-7. If he's got the stock gun, he's got a 17cm gun, and he does considerable damage. Puts another one into the IS-7, who's down now to, oh, he's a one-shot easily, and there's the GW Tiger P again. But it was a near miss, only for 33 hit points. Yep, he was stunned. It looks to me like it is the stock gun, which I think is a bit of a saving because it's got less alpha damage than the top gun. Okay, IS-7's down, so unfortunately we're not going to get that kill, but what we got on the hill, an Object 257. Ooh, lovely one right through the side of him. 449, a high roll. He's going to have to do that a few more times to get the kill though. Can he get a shot? Can't see it. I think there's a ridge line. And he just got hit in the gun by Scorpion G. Lucky it was the gun, not the actual vehicle. He's already taken some damage from that Scorpion. He's moving over here because he's behind a ridge line here and the Scorpion can't see him. But he can see these tanks. T-54, and he doesn't get a hit there. You can see the reload as well. It's about 7.61 seconds, which is actually very fast. And that one didn't penetrate. So he's getting hits on these targets, but just not going through them at range. That one went through. That was on the 257 again. Going for the 430. Can he get the engine bay? Yes, he does. 424. It's a low roll. He was spotted though. Arty will be focusing him. He needs to think about pulling back just for a moment. Go unsighted, then pull back again. Start getting hits on the enemy. Okay, T-54. It's worth remembering this position just here because it's only the Unicums who actually discover these places where they can get great positions to shoot up on the hill without the enemy being able to return fire. He's rocking backwards and forwards. You can see the lovely outline. Fires one in, gets right into the rear of that T-54E1. Object 257 is next. This is standard B. Yes, that one went in. High roll, 444. He's got the high caliber if he can maintain this fire rate. And he's certainly working it for his team. He's up to 5k of damage already on the enemy. But he can't see the standard B at the moment. I think he went behind a ridge line. Now, can he see the 110? Yes, he can. Puts another one in. 456. High roll again. The enemy really have got no answer to his shots. Another one. And it ricochets off the engine bay. That 4502 could be doing so much to prevent his team being annihilated. But everyone up on the hill is taking masses of hits from Filipperino. And he put 460 in there, but the enemy's now flooding down the hill. He's having to pull forward just to get shots. And I don't think he can get any more without putting himself in danger. So he's going to pull back. And this is the right thing to do under these circumstances. He doesn't want to be up at the front when the enemy are coming in behind him. Ideally, what he wants to do now is move over to the west side of the battlefield, or to hold up the enemy on the railway line, stop them getting over it. Looks like he's going to do that. He's going to try and prevent them coming over. The only problem with that, of course, is that he will be exposed to enemy Arty fire, because they will proxy spot him. They'll see him at close range. He's coming up alongside the Batchat 25 ton. Now, 430s first. Puts around him, 440, average roll, but he was seen. Pulls back, but he gets hit and ammo racked by the 4502. He needs to get below this ridge line so the 4502 can't get a shot. Or is he going to go up and deal with him face to face? No, he's decided to head west. Get over the next ridge line. Use that ridge line to protect himself. Is he going to turn around and face the railway line? No, he's being original. He's actually going straight up to the centre line. I think he's going to cross over the centre line, see if he can deal with the 4502. There's the Scorpion. There's the 4502. Can't get shots on either at the moment. And the standard B's now crossed the railway line. But he has been killed. Now, he's going to have to go over this ridge line, which will expose him to fire from the Scorpion G. But he's safely over. Oh, but the GW saw him. Somebody else must have been spotting him at the time. And the VK 4502's down. Lovely shot there from our standard B. Okay, we've worked the stun off. And we're motoring again. Now, can we protect against that 430? He's going to use these bushes, I think. In fact, now the 4502's gone, he can get closer. Oh, no, spotted again. Somebody behind him. And I think that was the T-44 on the enemy team. Here goes the 110. Puts a round into him. 422. It's a low roll. But he is one shot. And there's the enemy RT. So he's not going to have to worry for another 30 seconds or so. Can he get a shot? Yes! And that's a kill shot. It's his first kill of the game, would you believe it? And he's now at 7k damage. It's a real monster game here for Filipperino. Notice how he's looking around, he's holding down his right mouse key, looking around in all directions, keeping his gun facing the enemy where he's expecting the next threat from. Here's the Scorpion, puts a round into him, took a round, another round on the gun. Now, is he going to repair them? Oh, and took a round from an E4 over the other side, and that was a big hit for 732. And he got hit by the GW, and he's been ammo racked and tracked. And he burned his repair kit just before he got hit by the RT, and now he's in a bit of a pickle because he's down to 452 hit points, which means as you can see that big hole on the front of the vehicle where the RT round went in. It was a direct hit, and yeah, he's a one shot for anyone on the enemy team, and he's the one guarding the railway line. All the other guys are at the back in the bushes enjoying a nice little shooting gallery provided by Filipperino. Well, there's only 4 enemy tanks, one of which is in the south, and that's the GW. Oh no, the Scorpion moved south as well, and we just spotted him. So we know there's the GW Tiger down here. We know the Scorpion's down here. And there's the GW, and he's actually moved. He's in the bushes directly ahead of us. Now he's got 8 rounds of heat now, and 2 rounds of HE. He'd probably be better off actually loading the HE, because the HE will do 530 hit points. And there's the GW. Dialing in. Oh, why didn't that go in? Well, he's got another shot for free. Yep, and that gets him. 257's next. Here comes the Scorpion. Scorpion takes his shot. He's in long reload, 15 seconds at least. Gives him 1 free shot to kill him. And that's a kill. 1 enemy remaining. It's the 110 up the other end of the battlefield. He's got this in the bag if he can get it. And he's got 3 kills, and he's now platooned with a teammate. The standard B, he's got 4 kills. Just shows how tough this 113 is. And well, yeah, he's taken considerable damage. Just look at that big hole in the front of the frontal plate. It's massive. That was an Arty round. I can tell that because it's yellow, the hole. Arty rounds make those colours on these mods. Now he's looking for that 110. He's staying high for the moment. It's very odd. I would have stayed in the bushes, but he must have a reason for doing it this way. Has the 110 gone and hidden? Or is he in the dip? Is he over here? Surely he must be. No, he doesn't appear to be there. So he must have retreated over to the right side of the battlefield. It's the deep water to our left. Well, we are capping at the other end, and I hope they reset, because it would be rather nice. There's the 110. He's over on the west side of the battlefield. No chance for us getting there before the cap out, unless we get a cap reset. And I don't think that's going to happen. He's going after the Lorraine. He's killed the Lorraine, and we've capped out. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. I'm sure that Filipperino would have got that last kill, but wow, what a game. 7.8k of damage. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a first class tanker for Belle Delphine Filipperino in the 113. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a hand of God for surviving having received damage from 4 different enemy vehicles, a bruiser medal duelist, fire for effect out of the minor medals, but out of the epic ones he picked up a brothers in arms for being in platoon with somebody else who got at least 3 kills, and he also got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that battle, unsurprisingly given the amount of damage he did. And he also picked up a Tanker-Sniper for doing the most damage at range. And of course, those were the tanks he was hitting on the hill, and he was being very efficient with that gun. It may be only a 122mm gun, but it's very accurate. And I think Filipperino does have a lot of experience with the 113. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, there he is, right at the top of the table, 7,831 hit points of damage. The next high scorer was, in fact, the Scorpion. Managed to get 3,364, and the high score after that was the T110E3, 3,029. When it came to kills, well, that was the standard B. 4 kills for him, 3 for Belle Delphine Filipperino, and the next high score was the Scorpion on the enemy team. He got 3 kills, but of course he came up to the runway line, made that mistake to fire in full sight of Filipperino, and of course Filipperino was going to oblige himself of the long reload and take him out of the game. When it came to base XP, it was Filipperino for sure. With all that damage, he had to get the highest base XP in that game. 1,139 to him, 1,120 go to the Scorpion, and 848 goes to the standard B. He fired 27 rounds in that game. He got 23 direct hits and 19 penetrations. A few of his rounds didn't go through, and a few of them bounced off the armour, but there again, he was firing at extreme range. He also got splash damage on one. Damage of 7,831 hit points, of which 5,881 were at more than 300 meters. He received 6 hits from the enemy, 3 were penetrations, 2 non-penetrations and 7 from Splash. That GW Tiger P would not leave him alone, and I think the reason for that may have been that he knew how good a player Belle Delphine Filipperino was by the number of kills he was racking up and the fact that he was doing most of the damage to the tanks on the hill. He blocked damage of 980 hit points, he spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did 2,285 hit points of spotting assist. On a premium account, he earned 68,400 credits, got 51,300 from personal reserve, so his total came to 153,900. And here's the bad news: after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, and remember he did use a lot of heat ammo, he actually made a small loss for the game of 14,530 credits. But I don't think he'll be bothered about that at all, because he had a lot of fun, he really enjoyed himself poking holes in those enemy tanks up on the hill. He received 1,139 XP, times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,418 altogether. So a fantastic round there by Belle Delphine Filipperino. He always sends us good replays, I really enjoyed them. Him and Oppenheimer, between them, they really do show us what it takes to actually play these tanks, tier 10 tanks, at the best, to the best of their abilities. And yeah, it's a lesson for all of us how to play the game. Find all those spots where you can shoot up at the hill without the enemy being able to return fire on you. And those positions are worth gold. They really are. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give the video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. We get great replays like this all the time. We'd love to see you back. Thanks for watching.